Toilets at the back of this building. Okay? Do we know if we're waiting for too many more neighbours? They're both on. It's been open because I've used it. It's open, yes. Gail, can I ask you when we get to starting the service, would you have to light the candles for us tonight? If anybody does not have a machzor and you would like to follow the service, please make sure you grab one from the entrance there. Thanks, we haven't started yet. Good Yontif, everyone. Shana Tova. Welcome to everyone who's watching on YouTube at home. We will begin this evening on page 6. Hine matzov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzov shevet achim gam yachad. And we turn to page 9. The first mitzvah in the Torah is, let there be light. So we are commanded, in everything you do, bring light. Live with honor, act with integrity, do your work with passion, and the radiance of your deeds will live after you. May our ideals burn bright, forever unextinguished, and may we live our lives like the flames we kindle, always stretching upward, striving for the good, reaching for you. And to light the candles for Yom Tov, I'd like to invite Gail to come forward. Matches. There. Have we got matches out on the tables for the others? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll find the bracha in the middle of page 9. We can have someone on each table to light the candles in front of you there, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik neh shel Yom Tov.
Amen. And because this is the first time lighting the candles for the new year, we also recite the Shehechianu at the bottom of page 9 together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kiyimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. And we turn to page 12. Eloheinu v'Elokei Avotenu yehi ratzon shenizkeh levichotecha bishnat 5,783. Elohai olam barech otanu ve'et kol Beit Yisrael b'chidush yameinu b'simcha u'v'shalom b'nechama u'v'ometz lev b'chilutz atzamot u'v'ruach etana yehi peri sfatenu mekubal v'ratzui milfanecha b'Rosh Hashanah hachadasha la'ad modim anachnu lach al madnat hachayim. Our God and God of our ancestors, may we know your blessings in the year 5,783. Eternal One, bless us and the whole house of Israel with renewed life, happiness and peace, comfort and courage, resilience and strength. May the words of our heart be acceptable to you in the new year that stretches before us. We are forever grateful for the gift of life. Baruch hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach leolam va'ed. And on page 14, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah poteach she'arim ובתבונה משנה עתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, ומשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו, בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חודש, וחודש מפני אור, ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. And together at the bottom of the page, Baruch atah Adonai ha-ma'ariv aravim. And we turn to page 16 for Ahavat Olam. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu lamadata, al ken Adonai Eloheinu B'shachbenu uvkumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha uv'mitzrotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu v'orech yamenu, uvahem nege yomam v'layla. V'ahavtacha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. And together at the bottom of the page, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. And we turn to page 18 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Turn the page. Ve'yahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shachbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshatam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'yisharecha. The Eternal One said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all God's commandments and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. Leman tizkaru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liyot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem emet. And we now turn to page 24 for Micha Mocha. Micha Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Micha Mocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot, oh seifele, Nora tehilot, oh seifele. Of all that is worshipped, is there another like you, maker of wonders? Who is like you in holiness sublime, evoking awe and praise? When your children saw your sovereign might, the splitting of the sea before Moses and Miriam, they responded, "This is my God." And they said, "The Eternal will reign till the end of time. As it is written, the Eternal One will save Jacob and redeem him from one stronger than himself." And together, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. And on page 26, let's read the English together. Bless our sleep with peace, O God, and awaken us to life when we rise. With power sublime, spread over us your shelter of peace, and through your wisdom restore us, make us whole. Let your name proclaim your presence in our lives. Be our shield, make us stronger than the enemies we face. Illness and war, famine and sorrow, and stronger than the enemies in our hearts, wickedness and sin. Carry us to safety as on wings, for you are the monarch of grace, the sovereign of compassion. You are the one who cares for us and sets us free. Watch over us, we who go forth to life. Watch over us that we may come home in peace, now and till the end of time. And together we recite the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai, Haporesh Shukat Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed One, you spread over us a shelter of peace, over all Israel, your people, and over Jerusalem. And at this point, we are going to stray a little bit. Over on page 28, you will notice it says here, sound the shofar. So we're going to have a shofar service, because normally we wouldn't have a shofar service perhaps on an evening service. But because we've got a lot of people here tonight who unfortunately won't be able to join us tomorrow, I thought it would be a nice idea for everybody here tonight to be able to hear the sounding of the shofar, as we have done in previous years. So can I ask Lyndon if he'd like to come up, please? And we will go to page 189, page 189, towards the end of the book. Don't worry, we're coming back. In ancient Israel, the sound of the shofar announced the beginning of a new month, the Jubilee year, the coronation of a monarch, and all the solemn moments of the year. But when the new moon of the seventh month came to be observed as the new year, new and deeper meanings gathered around the sounding of the shofar. These meanings, deepening still, awaken within us each time we hear the shofar call. ובחודש השביעי באחד לחודש, מקרא קודש יהיה לכם, כל מלאכת עבודה לא תעשו, יום תרועה יהיה לכם. In the 7th month, on the first day of the month, there shall be a sacred assembly, a cessation from work, a day of commemoration proclaimed by the sound of the shofar. Hear now the shofar acclaim the world's creation, and now recall Isaac's awesome trial. Hear now the shofar, you who stand at Sinai, and now proclaim the rule of Israel's God. Hear now the call, and turn in true repentance, and now affirm the triumph of good. We are made in the divine image. We are the house of Israel, a nation of priests, a holy people. Know then the sound, discover its meaning. And we turn to page 191. I wait for God, I seek God's presence, hoping for an answer to my words. Amongst this gathering, I sing of your might and celebrate your deeds in joy. Let me lay bare my heart, that God will respond to my prayer. Eternal God, open my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, God, my rock and my redeemer. The prophets write, thus says the eternal God of hosts, sovereign and redeemer of Israel. I am the first and the last. There is no God beside me. And on page 192, lift yourselves, gates of heaven, rise high. Be carried aloft, everlasting portals, that the sovereign of splendor may enter. Who is the sovereign of splendor? The eternal soul of the universe, the sublime. This is the sovereign of splendor. And on 194, Eloheinu ve'Elahei avotenu, meloch al kol ha'olam, kulo b'chvudecha, ve'hinaseh al kol ha'aretz b'karecha. In your grandeur be exalted, through your power show us your reality, then all who dwell on earth shall understand. V'yomar kol asher neshama be'apo, Adonai Elohei Yisrael melech u'malchuto b'kol mashalah. Page 196. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lishmoa kol shofar. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Source of blessing, eternal our God, you fill the universe with majestic might, summoning us to hear the sound of the shofar. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Tekiah, Shivarim Teruah, Tekiah, Tekiah, Shivarim, Tekiah, Tekiah, Teruah, Tekiah. And we turn to page 201. Yeah, that's the warm-up. There's three sets. So got to warm up the lips. God of remembrance, remember the covenant of our ancestors. We reaffirm it today. Remember we are a people of noble ideals. Help us attain them. Remember all your people, all the nations on the road to peace. Bless their efforts. Remember with mercy the binding of Isaac, the sorrow of Sarah, Abraham's words, "Here I am." Our memory fades, but nothing is forgotten before you. Seated on high, all is remembered. Baruch atah Adonai, Zocher habrit. Blessed are you, Eternal One. You remember the covenant. You remember us. Page 202. Tekiah. Shivarim Teruah. That's better. Tekiah. Tekiah. Shivarim. Tekiah. Tekiah. Teruah. Tekiah. The prophet said, cry aloud, lift up your voice like a shofar. This is the meaning of the verse. See yourself as an instrument of the divine. Do not take pride in your virtue or the power of your deeds. With every mitzvah you do, every act of intellect, goodness, and love, God's Spirit breathes through you. And we turn to page 206. You revealed your glory, a presence in a cloud, and a people became holy when you spoke with them. Amid thunder and lightning, you made yourself known. With blasting shofar, you appeared. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, tekah b'shofar gadol l'cherutenu, v'sa nem l'kabetz galuyotenu, v'karev pezurenu mibein hagoyim, unfutzotenu kines miarketei aretz, v'havienu l'tzion ircha berina, v'lirushalayim beit mikdashcha v'simchat olam. And on page 207, Baruch atah Adonai, shomea kol teruat amo Yisrael, barachamim. We praise you, eternal God. You hear with love the shofar, true voice of your people Israel. And for the third time, Tekiah, Shivarim Teruah, Tekiah, Tekiah, Shivarim, Tekiah, Tekiah, Teruah, Tekiah Gadola. Shekoyach. Well done. So for those of you that can't make it tomorrow, at least you've already heard the sounding of the shofar. And now, to disappoint you, we have to go back to the service. We turn back to page 29. And if possible, and I know it might not be so easy for everyone, but if possible, please stand for the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yikadash Shem Merabah Be'alma devrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael Ba'gala ba'gala u'bizman kariv v'yimru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam olam me'almaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpah v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithada v'yithalev v'yithalal Shemei d'kudesha b'richu Le'ela u'le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiram Yalma V'Meru Amen. And we turn to page 30 for the tefillah, which is our standing prayer, which is convenient because we're already standing. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai, Adonai, sefatai tiftach, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Turn the page. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocheh Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Gula Livnei V'nehem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Zachrenu L'chaim, Melech hafetz b'chaim, uchatvenu b'sefer hachayim, lema'anecha Elohim chayim, Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, v'Yezrat Sahara. And I think it's worth just pointing out there because there are a couple of lines there that are additional to our regular tefillah that we read every week. Remember us for life, sovereign God who treasures life. Inscribe us in the book of life for your sake, God of life. And on page 33, Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Machayei meitim ata rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hageshem, Mazriach hashemesh umorid hatal. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei meitim berachamim rabim, Somek noflim v'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al gevurot umido melach melech memit umechayei umatzmiach Yeshua michamocha el harachamim zachei yitzurav l'chaim berachamim V'ne'eman ata lahachayot metim. Baruch ata Adonai mechayei hametim. And again, the additional lines there. Merciful God who compares with you. With tender compassion, you remember all creatures for life. And over to page 35. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalalucha selah. You are holy, your name is holy, seekers of holiness, praise you day by day, selah. And together we read the English towards the bottom of the page. And so, eternal our God, give all creation the gift of awe. Turn our fear to reverence. Let us be witnesses of wonder, perceiving all nature as a prayer come alive. We bow to the sovereignty of your strength, the primacy of your power. We yearn for connection with all that lives, doing your will with wholeness of heart. Awe-inspiring is your creation, all-encompassing your transcendent name. And over on page 36. And so, Eternal One, give your people the gift of honour. Bless with praise those who praise you. Bless with hope those who seek you. Give your believers a basis for faith, true happiness for the land of Israel, true joy in Jerusalem. May the sparks of David, your servant, soon grow bright enough for us to see. And so may the righteous envision a future bright with joy, and the upright rejoice in a world where evil has no voice, and the rule of malevolence fades like wisps of smoke. Good people everywhere will celebrate, for the dominion of arrogance will have been removed from the earth. And we turn to page 38. V'timloch ata Adonai levadecha al kol ma'asecha, b'had Sion mishkan kevodecha, u'v'Yerushalayim ir kadshecha, kakatuv b'divrei kadshecha. Yimloch Adonai leolam, Elohayef Sion, ledor vador, hallelujah. You and you alone, our God, will reign over creation, upon Mount Zion, home of your presence, and in Jerusalem, a city set apart by you, as the psalmist believed. The Eternal shall reign for all time. Your God, O Zion of all generations, hallelujah. Kadosh ata v'norah shemecha, ve'ein Eloha milba'adecha kakatuv, vayigba Adonai tzvaot b'mishpat, v'ha'el hakadosh nishda b'tzedakah. And together we read the bracha at the bottom of the page. Baruch ata Adonai HaMelech HaKadosh. And on page 39, you have chosen us in love and favour, making us distinct from other peoples. Through your mitzvot you make us holy and draw us close to serve you, that through us your great and holy name may become known in all the earth. In your love, eternal our God, you have given us this day of remembrance, a day for the shofar's joyful sound, a day of sacred assembly, a day to be mindful of our people's going out from Egypt. And we turn to page 40, and together we recite the English. Our God and God of the generations before us, may the knowledge of our deeds ascend and come before you. May it be heard, recorded, and recalled, reaching you and winning your favour, together with the memory of our ancestors, the memory of your sacred city, Jerusalem, and the memory of your people, the family of Israel. May we be remembered for safety and well-being, for love and compassion, for life and for peace on this day of remembrance. And on page 41, please respond with the word Amen at the end of each of the blessings. Zachrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova. Amen. ufogdenu vo livracha.
Amen.
V'hoshienu vo l'chaim.
Amen.
Eternal our God, remember us for well-being.
Amen.
Visit us with blessing.
Amen.
Help us to a fuller life.
Amen.
Favor us with words of deliverance and mercy. Show us the depth of your care. God, we await your redemption, for you reign with grace and compassion. And we turn to page 44. Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu, kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'tein chelkenu b'toratecha, sabenu mituvecha, v'samchenu b'shuatecha, v'taher libenu la'avdecha be'emet, ki ata Elohim emet, u'devarcha emet v'kayam la'ad. Our God and God of the generations before us, lead us to holiness through your mitzvot, and may each of us find a portion of Torah that is ours. You bestow such goodness, teach us to be satisfied, and to know the joy of your salvation. Help us to serve you truly with purity of heart, for you are a faithful God, whose truth stands forever. And together, Baruch atah Adonai, Melech al kol haaretz, Mekadesh Yisrael v'yom hazikaron. Please be seated. We turn to page 46. Please join me in singing Ritzei. Ritzei, Ritzei, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu, B'yamacha Yisrael, U'tefilatam, B'yahava tekabel, U'tehi l'ratzon tamid, U'tehi l'ratzon tamid, Avodat Yisrael Amecha, Al Karov Lechol Karav, Penei El Avadecha V'chanenu, Shefoch Ruchacha Aleinu, V'techezena Eineinu, V'techezena Eineinu, B'shuvecha l'Tzion berachamim. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion. Hamachazir shechinato l'Tzion. Amen. And on page 47, Modim anachnu lach, she'ata hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. Our God and God of all generations, to you we are grateful forever, rock and protector of our lives. Your saving power endures from age to age. We thank you and tell the tale of your praise, your power in our lives, your caring for our souls, the constant miracle of your kindness. Evening, morning, and noon, we call you goodness, for your compassion never ends. We call you mercy, for your love has no limit. We call you hope, now and for all time. And for all these gifts, God of majesty, may your name come to be blessed and praised. Our gratitude a daily offering until the end of time. Inscribe the people of your covenant for a life of goodness. And may all life resound with gratitude and faith in praise of your name. God, you free us and strengthen us. And together, Baruch atah Adonai, Hatov Shimcha Ulacha Na'eh L'chodot. And on page 49, please join me in singing Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. B'tov be'enecha levarech et amecha Yisrael b'chol et u'v'chol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Let us and the whole family of Israel be remembered and inscribed in the book of life. May it be a life of goodness, blessing, and prosperity. May it be a life of peace. And together, Baruch Atah Adonai Oseh HaShalom. And we turn to page 50 for the prayer of the heart, which we read in silence. Sonim refi v'hegion libi lefanecha Adonai suri v'goali osei shalom bimramav uyasei shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael Ve'imru, Amen. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yahaseh Shalom, Yahaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shalom ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Amen. May the maker of peace above make peace for us, for all Israel, and for all who dwell on earth. Amen. We now turn to page 53 for the Avinu Malkeinu. Devorah, would you like to come and open the ark for us, please? And again, for the Avinu Malkeinu, I would ask you all to please rise. So for the Avinu Malkeinu, the way I'd like to do this, if you could assist me, is I will read the Hebrew, and if you can then respond with the English. as we go through, and then we get to the final verse, which you'll find on the bottom of page 54, which we will sing together and recite that through twice. Avinu Malkeinu ein lanu melech ela ata. Avinu Malkeinu lema'ancha rachem aleinu. Avinu Malkeinu aseh imanu lema'an shemecha.
Act towards us as befits your name.
Avinu Malkeinu shelach refuah shelema l'cholei amecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, bring healing and wholeness to heal among us.
Avinu Malkeinu kara roa gezar dinenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, allay the harshness of the decree against us.
Avinu Malkeinu katvenu b'sefer geula vishua.
Avinu Malkeinu, inscribe us in the book of redemption and renewal.
Avinu Malkeinu zachrenu b'zichron tov lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, remember our goodness and all its mind.
Avinu Malkeinu aseh lema'ancha v'hoshienu.
Avinu Malkeinu, act for your sake and save us.
Avinu Malkeinu shema kolenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, hear our voice.
Avinu Malkeinu hatanu lefanecha.
Avinu Malkeinu, we have strayed and sinned before you.
Avinu Malkeinu hamol aleinu ve'al ol aleinu v'tapenu.
Avinu Malkeinu, have compassion on us and our families.
Avinu Malkeinu kalei dever v'cherev v'ra'av me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, hold the onslaught of sickness, violence, and hunger.
Avinu Malkeinu kalei kol tsar umashtin me'aleinu.
Avinu Malkeinu, hold the reign of those who cause pain and terror.
Avinu Malkeinu katvenu b'sefer chayim tovim.
Avinu Malkeinu, enter our names in the book of lives well lived.
Avinu Malkeinu chadesh aleinu shana tova.
Avinu Malkeinu, renew for us in the year of goodness.
And together, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Chadenu Vanenu, Ki ein lanu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, chanenu ve'anenu, ki en banu maaseh. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu. Let's see, please. And while we're standing, we turn to page 58 for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu Noteh Shamayim v'Yoser Haaretz, U'moshav Yekaro b'Shamayim Mimal, U'shchinatu zo, Begavhei Meromim, Hu Eloheinu ein od, Emet Malkeinu efes ulato, Kakatuv betorato, V'yadata hayom v'hashevota el vavecha, Ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, B'shamayim mimal, V'al haaretz, mitachat ein od. Page 60. V'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yihye Adonai echad u'shemo echad. And we turn to page 62. Our thoughts turn to loved ones whom death has taken from us in recent days, and those who died at this season in years past. Our hearts open as well to the wider circles of loss in our community and wherever grief touches the human family. Mavis, do you know if we have any yortzites this week? Got them on your list? Is there anyone in the congregation who is commemorating a yortzeit this week? No, that's always good to know.
Gloria Anderson, mother of Lorraine Jacobs, Carlos Ron Lopez, brother of Barbara Barnett, Jack Hawkins, grandfather of Nicola Gill, and Sydney Wolf Ellis, father of Brenda
Franks. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing in this new year and always. And on page 63, please join me in reciting the Mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadosh shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'alma divrach hirotei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ah v'yitramam v'yitnasei v'yithada v'yithalei v'yithalal shemei d'kudusha barich hu Le'ela u'le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalom haraba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav u'ya'asei shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Please be seated. We are almost at the end of the service. Before we get to the actual final New Year's blessings and so on, we will have a rendition of Adon Olam. Does anybody have a particular tune you would like to sing tonight? Adon Olam Hashem Malach B'terem kol Yetzi Nivra Li'ed Nasa V'cheso kol Azay Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam V'yacharei Kiklot HaKol Levado Yimlok Nara Adon Olam V'hu Haya V'hu Hoveh והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם, אדון עולם, השם מלך. בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נשא וחסר כל. אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אחד ואין שני, להמשיל לו להכביר אדון עולם, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה אדון עולם, אדון עולם, השם מלך. בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נשא וחסר כל. אז המלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אלי וחי גולי, וצוכב ליבי יצרה אדון עולם, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, ונקוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם, אדון עולם, השם מלך. בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נשא וחסר כל. אז המלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, בידו הפקיד רוחי, בעת אישן ואירא אדון עולם. ואם רוחי גבייתי, אדון לי ולא אירא אדון עולם, אדון עולם, השם מלך. בטרם כל יציר נברא ליד נשא וחסר כל. אז המלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם. Well done. We turn to page 66. And you'll notice on page 66 that there are certain lines there which are indented. So if you would do me a favour and you can read the indented lines in response to what I read, that would be wonderful. A blessing for the new year. Our God and God of all generations before us, may it be your will in the coming year to grant us a year of abundance and atonement.
A year of blessings bestowed and received.
A year of community and compassion.
A year of delight and exaltation.
A year of enlightenment.
A year of friendship and forgiveness.
A year of going up in gladness to the land of Israel.
A year of health and healing.
A year of inner strength and well-being.
A year of joy and Jewish celebration.
A year of knowledge and learning for its own sake.
A year of love between parents and children, friends and spouses, brothers and sisters.
A year of mitzvot and moments of sweetness.
A year of nature protected and enjoyed.
A year of optimism and hope.
A year of peace pursued with perseverance.
A year of quiet and tranquility.
A year of rain in its seasons.
A year of song and spiritual growth.
A year of Torah study and Torah.
A year of understanding and unity.
A year of vows fulfilled and burdens overcome.
A year of wisdom acquired and shared.
A year of coexistence among the families of the earth.
A year of young and old reaching out to one another.
A year of Zion aglow with light for us and all the world.
Our God and God of the generations before us, grant us a year of gratitude to you for the most profound of blessings, your gift of life. And on page 67, Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu, she'techadesh aleinu shana tova u'metuka. Our God and God of our ancestors, eternal God of all generations, may your presence in our lives this new year renew our spirits and renew our strength. May it be a good year. May it be a sweet year. L'shana tova tigatevu v'techatemu. May you be inscribed and sealed for a good year. Shana tova. Before we begin the eating, we will have the Kiddush. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Have we got the wines out? Oh, wines are out. Sorry, I'm ahead. I thought they might have been on the tables. Wines and grape juices are coming around. Sorry, we'll wait for them to come around and then we'll
If you'd like grape
read
juice,
less.
put your hands up. Thank you.